live from SoFi Stadium. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Play action. It's Wilson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a give right side. Short, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He completes it to Beckham. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson. Flushed out right. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And running with power here. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there for LA. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
It's definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Dillon. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Terrell Lewis gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's third and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And taken right on the 30. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They go play action now. Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on.
Touchdown, Patriots! Quez Watkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it.
What up, bro?
Comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets.
Why not keep going over there?
Who's that? Just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice
My brother or Roman.
touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
16-yard line.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And this is...
Come on, who is that, Jackson?
Touchdown, LA. Odell Beckham. His third touchdown now of the year.
Dre.
And the Rams have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Touchdown. He'll kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. At the line, ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So, following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down and will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And now the throw here is incomplete. And with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Dillon. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A.J. Dillon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams add on to their lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take...
And all the way in, touchdown, New England. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's short, and a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. He was brought down there by Julian Love.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try the left side. Short. And he's taken down inside the 30.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they move the ball with relative ease.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now will throw here to his running back, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson now off the bootleg. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Touchdown, Rams. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Yeah, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead now stands at 13. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Throwing Jones. That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Caleb Wilson. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off play action, Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 36. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 2nd and 2, Jones. Out Wilson. Touchdown! Caleb Wilson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are back within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
But he's got his target, Harris. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw again is Wilson. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to take this one in.
I'm pressing it. Don't get him. Come on.
As the first half is winding down. And the Rams would extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Okay.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A final shot before break. Jones going deep here for Watkins. It's caught inside the 25. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Jones. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Michael Pittman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to
see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
To throw again on second down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Touchdown, Rams. DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. At the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. That's caught, and he's going to get in. So they're back within 11. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's short. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Wilson's throw complete there to Beckham. A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again.
Where you at?
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harris. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd and very short, Wilson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. At the line, ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
We'll see if it's that easy here. 6 yards left on 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And they get him down, but
who
before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
Now Jones. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, that's the worst right there.
And that's where the penalty occurred.
An option handoff given to Harris. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Terrell Lewis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Nah, he don't use a tackle, bro. No.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield.
No. I said something to him about it. He said, yeah, I ain't using a tackle. Told me.
All the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones eluding the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you, but that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, pick it all, McGraw.
Dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball like a man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame him?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's short, down to the 25. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees.
What league you in?
And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out.
What team you got?
In need of only about the length of the football here.
And he got the Texans.
They'll keep it on the ground. Short. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Lambo to add on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he drops it
That's
incomplete, and their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blink at the field as best they can.
And this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now a shot taken on third
Man,
down,
X is
but it's
open,
going to
too.
wind up
Need
incomplete.
a little bit more
This defense
patience.
was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a first down carry for Harris. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Najee Harris. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Patriots get a score closer. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for two. They're going to run it with Harris. And
Wow.
he stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give them the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. They'll run on first down. It's short, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 110 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Short. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Wilson going to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got him in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it will bump the lead up to 26. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Jones. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it fly. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Parker, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They've been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Wilson wants to throw it. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you still think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for L.A., it was too little, too late as they finish off the regular season with a mark of 7-10. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for New England, it will indeed be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 7-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved.
dish with, giving the guy advice, like in shop bed.
Those are totally offensive stereotypes.
Look at this, Junior. That's nice together.
She's as nice as she seems on screen.
Shut up, really. Is she? Wait, so you were pretending to be straight? And hitting on me?
It's just a stupid barbell. My boyfriend is here. Don't know that I couldn't get a beautiful woman's number. And as a partner, I know it shouldn't matter, but I just wish everyone could find me attractive. Now he's gonna have to blow. I guess I'll be sort of.
Hi. How's it going? Hello.
This is Katie, and it turns out, well.
No, actually, it doesn't turn out well. Because I thought I finally met a nice, funny guy who is also hot. And now he's telling me he's gay? He's like the least gay person I have ever met in my entire life. And I'm not even surprised. And I even told my mom about him. You better cherish him.
I just prefer somebody
Oh my God. That was a lot of girl tongue. I think I need a drink of doodle-doo.
Oh my God.
No money. No cell phone. You're welcome. What? I listened to you. I stopped troubling you, and then you overcame an obstacle. Oh, yeah, I did. I grew up normal despite my crazy mom. Well, that sounds like the beginning of a great essay. Dear college. Oh, honey, if you get stuck, let me know, and I'll make you sleep out in the yard. You're psychotic. You spell check.
Let me see what I need to sound real quick. Raul. Raul. What score? You winning? Armstead. I don't know if I want to resign him.
Darlene feels the same way. If I wasn't here, she'd be holding up a wall.
Yeah, a wall of men.
You know, I think I should go home to my mother's husband and plain clothes and tell him that I danced with 20 men.
He's not home. He's in a dicey neighborhood worried about his car.
Let me go look at his stats.
We're going to kiss her dance. I'm dead set against her. Just say no and all that stuff.
Oh, you got 10.5 sacks? Yeah, I might have to keep Armstead. Shit. I might keep him.
If I was going to make a complete ass of myself, I didn't want to remember.
Keep him. Armstead, cheaper.
The big drug I gave him, baby aspirin, orange flavored. He could have chewed it.
Exactly.
That's gonna be a hell of a treehouse.
Oh, thanks. I'm trying for my son, but he's kind of lost interest.
Kind of like my daughter with the dog. That's why I'm the one out here doing this.
You just moved in?
I got nothing.
Been there 8 years. You?
That's fine.
You know, me and my friends, we built a treehouse when I was a kid. We spent hours in that thing. Loved it.
Me too.
You need any help?
Yes, a lot, but I don't want to bother you.
Only thing bothering me is that drunken Amish roof you got up there. Do you have a level?
I did, but I might have gotten frustrated and thrown it into your yard.
Let me find it. I'll be right over.
Thanks. I'm Phil, by the way.
I'm Andre. Nice to meet you, Bill.
Nice to meet you, Andre.
So I guess I was wrong when I said once you get older, it's harder to make new friends.
How did you go to the trade school?
Andre,
You
it
got to
turns out,
respect
is
this
an
rookie.
orthopedic surgeon. That's like, man, we gives him extra street cred. That's his joke. He's my brother from a different mother. What was that? It's nothing. What is it? Brother from another mother. Brother from another mother. Slow down. Slow down. Brother from another mother. Don't discuss it. Yeah.
That's why is he there?
Thank you so much for the donation.
Tugger supposed to be there on
Oh,
that.
sure, it's great. 3 weeks ago, our neighbors, the Rands, lost their
Mm-mm-mm.
house and everything they owned in a fire. Fortunately, nobody was hurt.
And fortunately, they're friends with Wonder Woman over here.
I'm hardly Wonder Woman.
He mobilized the
Dude.
community to donate clothes, furniture, appliances, all to help them start over in the new rental.
But you found that.
I'm no Wonder Woman. Randy was her idea.
What? I didn't hold it.
Okay, fine. I'm Wonder Woman. Terrible tragedy.
How much time?
Manny and his son Ruben are tight.
Damn.
That guy put him in their closet. Doesn't matter. It was the only structure that survived the fire.
You didn't say that word. In my country, it's considered very, very bad luck when your house burns down.
They let us walk away from us.
Smoke was everywhere. I was so upset I couldn't sleep for days. Of course, Mitchell let me take him.
All right, Raw. I'll holler at you in a little bit. All right, man.
You almost got it. Yeah.
Hi, sorry. We would have been here sooner.